Hey guys, welcome to PCube, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's song is very special because 4 people on Buy Me a Coffee requested this song over time. The first requester I unfortunately couldn't find because initially we decided not to do this song. We didn't know, we thought it would not be interesting for you guys. But like over time, 3 more people requested that. So I went ahead and then tried to find that 4th person, but I unfortunately could not find it because there's not a feature to search the messages. But we thank you. If you're watching, please let us know in the comments, and we're going to thank you in the comments. But also thank you to Bikani, and Richard for requesting this song. And after like so many, like a surge of requests on this song, we're like, okay, maybe you guys are interested in it, because it's orchestral, so there's no singer, but it's the good, the bad, and the ugly movie soundtrack, which everybody knows. But this is the Danish National Symphony Orchestra, and this is a live performance. So we thought we should definitely like make a video about it now that a lot of people are interested in it. I've never watched the movie, but I know this song. Like, the song is very iconic and very famous. So I'm interested to see how they layered it or they arranged it for the orchestra. And I'm also very excited to see them play and perform this live. So I would say let's go ahead and get it started and see how it goes. Let's just wait here. I think that's a good cadence, but I don't want to interrupt the flow for the first one. I can really imagine how it's for the players to play this. I don't know if I have to say song or piece, but every time you're in an orchestra and you have to play like a more pop kind of genre, or like in the popper side than the classical, you're like, oh, okay, that's easy, because especially for the strings, I mean, I can see that it's a little like more, not necessarily complicated, but you can see the presence of the wind instruments or like the percussions a little more. At least they are playing a little more often than in the other classical pieces that we have to play the whole time. And then
like they come for one note or one solo or something.
Yeah.
No offense. But at least for the strings, it's like mostly it's on the easier side. I don't know how is that. It seems not that hard, and it's like just it's more fun to play because you just you don't practice it. And you just play like you do side read, and these pieces are mostly even are, I don't know, more like interesting. I have this feeling that has more interesting for the audience, not like necessarily like classical audience classical music audience, but like this on the YouTube, or like I don't know, the people will love it however you play it, and it's not like, oh, this orchestra played this part of this piece not that good, and it's like less the people become less critical, and they become like more just let everything loose and just enjoy the piece and the moment. So I know that it's so much fun for the players to play this song.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have to say that you see so many different instruments with different colors and from different like styles or genres of the music, like the classical orchestra with the electric guitar, and with the like what the flutist was playing was not that like flute, but like a little like wooden flute,
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
different kind of style of flute, and like other kind of, or like with the whistles or other or the different kind of style of singing or something. And it doesn't sound crazy like this metal things that you hear, that the classical orchestra is meeting the metal and like meeting the I don't know, the electric guitar, and it's just so crazy, or you can hear so different kind of vibes or something. It's a kind of all matches, and it's all blended together, and you can hear like a classical kind of sound. And the electric guitar has also not like the electric guitar kind of character. It has like a more exactly like the Western kind of vibe to it, but in a very classy way. And also the other, like the percussions, are just adding a little also classes, like a different character than the classical music, but in a classy way. And everything is also like very, clean, and everything came together. And you don't if you hear like it's interesting to hear, and it's like out of your what you are used to, but it's not like, oh, whistle, or oh, the electric guitar, it's so like it doesn't match or something. It's all very blended together, and not weird. It doesn't sound weird or like crazy at all.
Yeah. One thing that was interesting to me, and I was like debating myself if it's because I've never watched the movie, but I kind of have an idea where the location is, and it's like deserty and like I don't know, kind of like Wild West or something. That's how I feel like maybe this from the like a few scenes that I watched this, or like maybe I watched like this scene with the music. Even without the location, I could already picture so the sounds and then the characters of each instrument and all these like vocal textures that were like just no lyric, just texture adding. It just immediately brought me back to a location like that, kind of like a deserty location. So I was debating with myself, is it because I know that song and I already associate that with that? Or is it because these kind of sounds and they are performing it so well that I like my brain kind of associates? So it's kind of like I was thinking about, is it because it's already like in my brain kind of they're already connected? Or is it because the music, it's so picturesque that even without the location, I can already picture myself? So, I mean, that's something to think about. Maybe it would be better if I didn't know anything about the movie and just suddenly the first time we would just hear it for the first time, which is obviously not possible because this is one of the most iconic movie soundtracks. But at the same, or maybe it can be like a mix of both. But anyway, I was gonna say like each of their instruments were so and like they were just telling a story in a very like imaginary way, or like very picturesque way. So I could like definitely like picture myself like what this instrument, like even what character is, or like where we are, or like how we feel, like even like just the tension that is going on in the air. You could hear it by just hearing these instruments, even without any location or something. So like I guess that just shows the power of music and good arrangement and good use of like all these instruments. All right, let's go to the maybe. I got goosebumps during
Wow.
that oboe solo, and then it just like transitioned so smoothly into the other sections that I was just like, I couldn't move and I couldn't bring myself to pause it.
Yeah.
So it was just
I just exactly I just wanted to say that there's nearly nothing better and like nothing like can gives you more goosebumps than a woodwind solo from a person that really has this, knows what they're doing in some very like really famous orchestras, you always see that in the woodwind section, especially, because they don't have like the long parts like the strings. The woodwinds or like other sections, they have like one or two solos during a piece, if there were, but you know, like very short part. But this short solo is that brilliant, and it's that like this couple seconds can change your whole life. And it's in if you look at the very famous orchestras, there is mostly a person which is a little bit older in an older side, because you really need like years of experience in this field. And you know, they had their time that they were like, I don't know, practicing like crazy, and you know, just working on every little detail, like okay, here musically should be like that and like that. And they had like years of performing experience, and now the music is just in them, and they just play like, I don't know, they have their own character in the music, and it's just the music became themselves. So that when you hear this like 20-second solo, you're like, oh, what have I just listened? And it's exactly was the case. I was like, this is my favorite part in the whole thing. It's you could really see the experiences that he had, and in order to be able to you know, give this feeling to the audience. And then also the singers were so in general, this kind of melody that in the beginning it came with the for the first time with the oboe solo, but it went to the other instruments and also the singing part. It's in general my favorite kind of melody in the whole song. And last thing, I really liked the last part, that you know, that one of my favorite things, 2 against 3 things. And I really liked how in the background, I don't remember now because I talked too much and I just forgot how it was, but one section or one section of instruments were playing like this ta 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 ta, like a triole kind of thing. And then the rest was keeping this like really like this kind of like ta ta ta, like this kind of time signature. And I really like this that it was that against that.
One thing that was very, very interesting to me, and it kind of reminded me of how textures and layers and the arrangement and the choice of instruments sometimes are way more important than being complex in the melody or harmony, was the fact that in the first section and the second section, the main theme of each section were only 2-3 notes. So the first section, for example, the beginning was, I don't know if it was from G or not, but it was just like 2 notes and then a response. And also the second section was like da, 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 whatever the notes are, just very simple, like going up and then going down, and then just within those little motifs or melodies, there comes like, I don't know, a 6-minute song. And that's also like very, like, that's the art of arrangement and how the composer develops it. So that, I feel like that's very underrated to talk about, because a lot of the very iconic songs, actually, it reminds me of the Jaws movie soundtrack that was just also 2 notes. So it kind of like reminded me of that, because I remember that somebody, I don't know who, was talking about like how only like a motif of 2 or 3 notes, if you are creative enough, can like make a full iconic song.
I think
and
it was me.
He was like, oh, I don't think so. Or maybe it was you, I don't know. But then how iconic that can, like, so many of the iconic songs basically are just like that. But anyway, so that kind of like really caught my attention in this song, because there was so many like textures and layers, and I feel like that's very important, especially in a movie, to have like a movie soundtrack, to have so many textures. So I really appreciate it, even though this was like arrangement for the orchestra, but it really like followed us, or like we followed them through the story. And even though again there was no location, you could actually picture things, and every instrument had its own personality, or like it would represent something. And then every time it would come back, it was like, oh, that's it, that's it, that's it. So it just, again, like so many textures, and I feel like symbolism were happening in each instrument. And one more thing that was interesting to me was, first of all, the dynamic, how it started kind of like very subtle and quiet, obviously, but then it kind of expanded. It never really, like, it never got chaotic. It always had that kind of like, okay, we are just here, and then we are just growing and growing and expanding. It was not like a sudden shift. But also, even in the climax part, it felt like something so grand and something so big, instead of something so loud and quiet. So I would just like think about, okay, this is like something little and then something big. I don't know if that makes sense, the dynamics. But also that helped with the, even though the song has a lot of tension, it's never like explosive tension. It's always like the chaos is there. You can feel the tension. It feels like you can just, I don't know, like cut the air. There's just so much tension and anxiety that can be perceived from it. But at the same time, it's not chaotic at all. It's very controlled. Everything is very like organized as going. So I feel like that's also very like detailed and very well thought about, because it feels very wild, but at the same time it's very like detailed, crafted in a way that it just, I don't know, reflects that feeling for you without being too chaotic. I never actually gave this song that much thought, because I never like actually sat down and listened to it. So that was such an interesting experience, because I always heard it like in the back, and then being a movie soundtrack, I was like, okay, this makes sense on the movie. But now that I listen to it, I really appreciate the genius of this, and now I'm interested to go watch the movie. A big thank you to everybody that suggested this song, Bikani and Richard, and the first person who initiated this request, as well as a lot of you guys in the comment section that you requested that and suggested this song to us. We finally did it, and we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys in our next video. Bye!
Bye.